Welcome back, everybody. So today we have the Massey Ferguson tractor out once again, and we are going to harrow up this area right here. We're going to get the weeds all knocked down. We're going to get this area, try to fill this back in. It's been settling over the course of the summer here. We've had a little bit more settling going on right here, which is where we buried all the stones from the basement. We got one more spot that's settling right here, and we're eventually going to be getting this pile all leveled off and then filled in to each one of these holes that you're seeing right now. So let's hop back on the tractor and get this all disked up with the harrow. I'm about to show you today that you don't need a tiller for this kind of work. With a little bit of time and patience, you can accomplish the same thing with this tool right here. All in all, I would say it took me about 45 minutes to break the soil up to its current state. Now, I know I could have done this much faster with a reverse till PTO driven tiller, and that is the one area that a tiller has a disc harrow beat hands down. It will always be more efficient, but in the end, they're just as effective at producing the same results. However, you're going to pay significantly more for a tiller versus a disc harrow. Generally, a disc harrow will cost about less than half of a new PTO driven tiller. And this will all depend on the types of units that you purchase, of course. For example, there are two different types of designs for disc harrows. One that consists of a steel angle frame and the other that consists of a box steel frame like ours. 6-foot harrow with a steel angle frame will be right around the $1,000 mark, whereas the box steel frame, which is also more rigid, will be closer to the $2,000 price point. Forward till PTO driven tiller will also start out at a little over $2,000, but I wouldn't waste my money on this type of a tiller. I would purchase the reverse till unit, which is much more efficient than the forward till, but that also drives the price up to a little over $4,000 for a decent unit appropriately sized for our tractor. Now, my dad and I, we usually, not always, but usually split the cost of most of our implements to reduce the financial burden on each other. And we spent a lot of time debating whether to buy a disc harrow or a reverse till tiller. 10 years ago, we were considering this purchase, and I did not realize disc harrows could break the ground up as effectively as a PTO-driven tiller. When I saw most farmers using disc harrows around here, their fields would be broken up, but still quite lumpy after one pass. Good enough for crop planting, but definitely not seedbed worthy for new lawns. So I had my reservations. However, the more passes you make, those clumps become smaller and smaller and pulverized to the point of what a tiller will do. So this is my suggestion. If you have a hobby farm with rocky soil or work small areas of land like this one, or just need a tool for periodic food plot or seedbed preparation, a disc harrow is probably your best bet. However, if you're regularly preparing large gardens or doing a lot of landscape work, then you might want to consider a tiller. For our purposes though, this harrow is perfect for us. So now that we've got this soil here worked up into a pretty fine powder, we've got the box scraper on the back of the tractor, and we are going to push some of this topsoil away, and we are going to expose these holes a little bit, and then that pile of fill you see in the background, we're going to take that and dump it into the holes, and then push topsoil back over, and eventually come back through here with the flip screen, and we'll try to sift out some more of these stones that are in here too. Now, even though it may not look like it, I am in richer clay material right now, and I wouldn't necessarily call this great topsoil, but it can grow vegetation. So I'm stripping this material back to dump the clay fill in that is nutrient lacking so badly actually that it can't grow any weeds. If this video has provided you with any value, please hit that thumbs up button down below. Also, if any of you watching have a disc harrow or a tiller, let me know down in the comments below which one you have and why you chose to buy one over the other. If you do have a tiller, let me know what happens when you're in really stony soil. I get the feeling that large stones might jam a tiller up pretty easily and end up breaking shear pins or some other mechanism that separates the tiller from the drive source of the tractor. But I'd really be curious to know, so let me know down in the comments below about that as well. just using the bucket on the Massey is because I really don't want to take the flip screen back off of the skid steer, even though track loader, I should say, I know would be faster. This clay has been sitting here for quite some time, so it has had time to compact and harden quite a bit over the course of the year. The tractor was doing an okay job of breaking up the pile the way that I was using it, but I'm losing way too much daylight right now, and I want to be able to finish up as much as I can. So I decided to bring out the excavator to break up this pile so I can scoop bigger bucket loads with the tractor and move more material with each cycle. Every tool has its purpose here, and in this case, the excavator seemed to be the better option. Much easier to get nice full bucket loads, so I'm not wasting time trying to scrape and break it down with the tractor bucket. So we've got this hole all filled back in here. I think this is where we're going to call it an end for this video, and in the next video we will be doing the flip screening, and I think I'll have the harrow back on at that point because we need to break up this dirt that I just dumped into this hole now. And then I'm going to loosen up the ground over by where the tractor is right now, and I'm going to take down the rest of that pile, and I'm going to spread the rest of that dirt somewhere right around in this area. I don't want to put too much more right here because I still have all this black dirt pushed up at the end that has to come over the top. Until then, we'll see you in the next one, and we hope you all come back
to kick it in the sticks.
All right.